Formula One's keen interest in expanding its American market took another major step forward last week with the announcement of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The race will debut in 2023 and will take place around some of Vegas's most iconic landmarks and attractions. The Las Vegas GP will be the USA's third Grand Prix on the 2023 calendar, and the excitement about Formula One in Sin City is definitely noticeable. But as the party preparations begin and Vegas readies itself for the circus of Formula One, there are a group of F1 fans who are on the outside looking in, and they're not too happy about what they see. With the sport's ever-growing calendar and Liberty Media's desires to go towards the highest bidder, longtime fans of Formula One racing are asking what this new race will cost the sport in terms of other notable Grand Prix on the calendar. Could the announcement of a third race in the US be a bad sign for F1's most loyal fans? And what venues are at risk for the years to come? Before we look at the tracks at risk and the new Las Vegas circuit itself, consider subscribing to the BMF1 show and make sure you enable notifications so you always see our videos. The last time Las Vegas featured on a Formula One calendar was back in 1982 when it was known as the Caesars Palace Grand Prix. The track was laid out in the parking lot of the Caesars Palace Hotel and was set up as a temporary circuit. This experiment in the desert failed for both Vegas and F1 as the race was axed after just 2 years and F1 hasn't returned until now. In November of 2023, we will see the debut of the Las Vegas Grand Prix on a 6.1-kilometer street circuit that runs anti-clockwise, with certain sections being permanent. The 14 corners will wind their way through the Vegas streets, with an 800-meter run down Koval Lane, a sweeping left-hander that passes the MSG Sphere Arena, and a slow left-hander that will bring drivers onto Las Vegas Boulevard, otherwise known as the Las Vegas Strip. With very few corners, this track is another high-speed challenge with expected top speeds of around 342 kilometers an hour. The race will also be held uniquely on a Saturday night, with lights out at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The new Las Vegas Grand Prix also means the calendar would stand at 24 races, nearing the cutoff as agreed to in the Concord Agreement, which would begin to put more historic races at risk. The biggest tracks at risk are the ones with expiring contracts such as Paul Ricard, Mexico City, and Spa-Francorchamps. Although Spa is considered one of the greatest racing circuits in the world, it lacks one important quality that the F1 bosses are looking for today, and that's the ability to make boatloads of money. The Belgium Grand Prix isn't a cash cow for Formula One, and neither is the French Grand Prix, especially considering Paul Ricard is not a favorite of fans or drivers. But another race at risk of being dropped is the Monaco Grand Prix. The announcement of the Las Vegas GP is sort of a warning to the Monaco Grand Prix that its status as F1's crown jewel might be no more. No official announcements have been made on these circuits at risk, but it is a sign of changing times in the landscape of Formula One, and that is sure to upset many. New tracks are always exciting, and the backdrop for races in Las Vegas, Miami, and others provide an interesting spectacle for F1. But if Formula One continues to put money ahead of the very essence of the sport, they run the risk of alienating even the most hardcore of Formula One fans. It's no secret that F1 has tried to capitalize on the Drive to Survive hype of the last few years, but will this strategy of catering to these type of new fans pay off in the long run? Most of these new fans who've just started watching F1 won't understand the significance of races in Monaco and Spa, for example, so it won't matter to them if they disappear. But what about the loyal, lifelong fans of the sport? Yes, the streets of Monte Carlo don't provide great racing, but Monaco is considered to be one of the most important and prestigious automobile races in the world. It has been around since 1955, and it even predates the existence of Formula One. The history of the circuit and its unique challenges it presents are essential to Formula One's identity as the pinnacle of motorsport. And if Spa is dropped off the calendar in favor of new street circuits, that would be downright criminal. Unlike Monaco, Spa usually gives us great racing, and the circuit also has a very rich history in the sport. As Ayrton Senna once said, quote, "If you take away Eau Rouge, you take away the reason I do this." Even the reigning world champion Max Verstappen summed up his displeasure at this idea by saying, quote, "In the end, you have to keep the passion for the circuits as a sport. Only new tracks and street circuits? I don't find that very interesting myself." Here at the BMF1 show, we've long advocated for more races in the Americas, but not at artificial street tracks. Just imagine the tremendous circuits in the US that F1 ignored in favor of pop-up street tracks in party cities that bring in loads of cash. New venues like Las Vegas and Miami have a potential to create their own history and be good racing circuits, but the historic venues like Monaco, Spa, Silverstone, and others need to be protected at all costs. Whether a rotating calendar would be the solution or something else, for now and for the future, F1 needs to remember where it comes from. If Monaco or Spa is at risk, then how long before other legendary circuits like Suzuka or Montreal are axed in favor of the highest bidder? Hopefully these new races in the US will be positive for the sport, and that the concerns laid out in this video won't come to fruition. But ever since Liberty Media took over Formula One, it seems as though they are making a mistake that many large companies do when trying to build and expand their brands, and that's to abandon your core audience in the favor of profits. So what's your opinion on the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and do you think F1 is risking losing long-time loyal fans with the proposals they've made recently? Let us know down in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.